So it has been like 3 weeks since I made my video about navigating mental burnout, since I officially determined that I was mentally fried, like for real, even though like I've been seemingly more stressed, or at least signs of stress have been showing up in my body specifically since December. But anyways, I'm gonna go over like what's been happening like within the past 3 weeks, like what I've learned, and yeah. So since I've been officially forced to slow down and my body is like definitely trying to get my attention, I have learned for sure that I have definitely not been taking care of myself the way that I should have. And now that I've slowed down, I'm really seeing like, oh my gosh, like just basic needs, like I mentioned in the last video, like not going to even the restroom like until I finish a certain task or whatever, or like just little things like that, or not drinking water immediately upon noticing that I'm thirsty because I'm in the middle of washing dishes or whatever. So it's seemingly like I'm putting everything else and everything around me before me, and it caught up to me. And though it sucks, like having anxiety and stuff, I'm glad that it has, because I feel, even though like I'm not 100% right now, I feel better, like from the aspect of taking care of myself, because I deserve love and care, and above like everybody else, that has to come from me first, right? So definitely have not like just been taking care of myself, and I've definitely been stressed the crap out. So thankfully, like I don't have a job. So, well, I don't have a traditional job. I'm a domestic engineer, aka a stay-at-home mom. So we're not gonna get into that. But I have been under a lot of stress with that, and since I had my first kid, my son, in 2020, I have not been taking care of myself in the way that I was before I had kids, because I was busy. So it kind of goes out the window, and like I kind of forgot about it really up until recently. So constantly being at the beck and call of I have two small children, a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, constantly being at the beck and call of two small children all day, and not even being able to have my thoughts to myself, even though they're always just running rampant, has been hell. Especially like without a specific routine or something like that to help me. I can't fit my clothes anymore. Like I got like 2 good pair of pants that I can wear. I'm like, well, I was the other day, I was like, at home I was 206. At the doctor's office I was 213. I don't know how that happened. But anyway, stress will do that to you. Stress has apparently dysregulated, or like knocked my hormones out of balance and dysregulated me. And now that I've slowed down and I'm taking better care of myself, and I'm paying more attention to what it feels like to exist in my body, now I'm like, oh, like let's figure out what that is. This is what I've been doing to take care of myself. All the mental thoughts, anything that was causing me to think, really, I have just shut it off. I've shut it down to literally the bare minimum. Like we are getting through the day, and it's a lot easier like when I'm being present in my body to go day by day, because I'm not necessarily thinking of like what is going on or what needs to be done in the future. And if I do like get to have some of those repetitive thoughts, I'm putting it on like a general task list, and then on the days where I feel like I can handle a little bit more, then I will look at that list and I will pick from the list. Okay, what can I do now? Like, what do I have the energy to do now? What doesn't make me feel like just Absolutely not. And that's been working really, really well for me. Typically in the mornings, the first thing that I would do is I would go and get my kids, because they would be what wakes me up. Like they'd be crying and I'd get up and I'd go get them. So I, like, immediately upon opening my eyes, I'm in chaos because I'm immediately at the beck and call of someone else. Like, I barely even gone to the bathroom and I'm trying to get my kids. I ain't been doing that. Nope. Even if I don't wake up before them, because that I haven't been sleeping well, so that's just like not happening for me right now. But so I will leave them where they are in their rooms, like before they see me, before I see them, and I will go outside. And I have been going for walks in the morning, like even if I don't feel like it, just to be like even at least 10 minutes, but more often than not I end up walking for longer than 10 minutes. So that's been going really well. And I've been listening to music, and I would not consider myself somebody who even enjoys music like that. A lot of the times I think that music is like noise, and I actually find it to be overstimulating. And I'm noticing now that, yeah, it probably was overstimulating if I was constantly being in my head and thinking thoughts and trying to figure out what needs to be done or blah, blah, blah. So it's like when I'm mentally stressed, yeah, music is just adding to the noise, and it's adding to the noise of the kids running around playing or screaming or demanding or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But now that I've pretty much like just left the mental aspect alone, and obviously I'm still thinking, you can't like not think, right? But now that I'm present in my body, I find that I actually enjoy music. Like from presence, music feels really good to listen to. And I have really been enjoying the band Sleep Token. For whatever reason, it just sounds amazing to me. And singing has been helping me immensely. And I don't know if it has to do with the breath or if it's the moving of energy through the body. Like, so when people are processing emotions, some people use dance, some people exercise, because an emotion is just it's energy in your body. Side tangent right quick. Emotion is in like an immediate reaction to something that you get in your body. It's energy in your body. You can feel it. Like when somebody cuts you off on the road, you immediately feel what that feels like immediately, whether it's whether your blood starts boiling, you get hot, whatever you feel, a swelling, your chest is different for everybody. A feeling is when you take that emotion, or you take that what you're feeling in your chest, and then you start assigning stories, you start assigning meaning to it. I swear, if this snooze alarm trying to remind me to take my vitamins goes off again after I've already thought I've turned it off because I've already taken my vitamins, and it cuts my video off again, I'm gonna lose it. Feelings are what you think about the emotions that are happening. So we get in trouble when we start attaching stories and meanings to the emotions and the circumstances around them. So let's say like somebody cuts you off on the road and you immediately feel angry about it or irritated about it, and then you start attaching meaning to it. Oh, the universe is just like out to get me or something, or like I hate my life, or like it's just not happening for me today. Like when you start thinking all these thoughts about it, thoughts versus thinking, different things. Read books. Singing has really been helping me to move that energy out of my body by expressing it vocally through. So I've been walking and singing, and that has been a good way. And definitely breathing. It's all connected. I don't even know how to articulate how connected it all is. In the last video I talked about mind, body, and spirit. It's literally just, it's so intricate. It's so beautiful. Okay, so walking and singing has really been helping me to express that energy out of my body. And even simpler terms, emotions, energy and motion are a physical experience. Feelings are a mental experience. You have to deal with them accordingly. If you need a separate video, me explaining what I know about that, let me know. So I also mentioned that my mind is like just always racing all the time, and I'm just constantly gathering information all the time, but I actually have not like been able to take the time to put the information that I have into practice because I'm still too busy gathering information. I have pretty much cut out that aspect of my life unless I am like really, really stuck on something. But even then, I have been trying to problem solve on my own without immediately going to the internet to look for answers, because it's a great resource to have. However, it gets me stuck in a cycle of constantly gathering more information instead of trying to figure out what it is that I need, which is another part of like another great part of me being present in my body, is that I can ask myself a question and a thought will come up with the answer. And thoughts versus thinking, oh my gosh, separate video. I've been practicing what I know, determining where I can put it. So right now I'm doing more of organizing the information that I have up here and trying to sort through it, and journaling is really helping with that, to help me get it out of my head and onto paper, somewhere to put it, whether it be through typing. So sometimes I just like the sound of my keyboard, and that's great. It's the simple things, right? And writing it out. I have found a way to use the reminders app on my phone. And I don't name my lists like words that make me feel ill, like to-do list and goals and those. I guess I have attached some meanings to those words that I don't like. So instead of like saying goals, I like video games, so I call them quests. They're quests now. They're side quests, they're main quests, they're personal adventures, whatever, like something fun. So I have reframed. I know this video is very vague, and I'm sorry. Like, you're pretty much watching me like just mentally process what it is that's been happening. And if you understand it, great. If not, I am so sorry. I'm sorry. But I'm reframing the way that I look at quests. Okay, at the heart of it, I'm learning myself. I'm learning what it is that I need, as opposed to looking at what someone else does and then trying to do what it is they do, because they're doing what works for them, and what works for other people is not going to work for you. You are a unique individual. Okay, so it's like you're going to require separate tools. Okay, now there are some like fundamental things that we're all going to use because like we're all having a physical experience, right? But like just based on your personality, your circumstances, like how far you've come, where you are, you're going to need like a separate set of tools. So it's not that one person is right or another person is wrong. It's just they are where they are and you are where you are. You take what you need, leave the rest. Okay, like it's not that something, like I just said, it's not that there's something inherently wrong with like what something else is doing, unless like obviously they're like taking someone else's life or something like that. But yeah, so we can all stop arguing about that type of stuff. Oh, that's stupid, blah blah blah. If it works for them, let it work for them. Okay. Self-compassion has been on the come-uppings, and like just reframing what it is that I thought about that. Because whenever I heard the word self-compassion, I always like immediately thought, oh, you're making excuses for yourself. And this needs to be an entirely separate video as well. But self-compassion is not about making excuses for yourself, like at all. And I'm so glad that I'm learning that, because how awful that makes your existence. Self-compassion is about learning yourself and finding out what it is that you need to be able to do the things that you want to do. It's about taking away the shame. Like, say you don't do something that you wanted to do, or you're not doing everything it is that you wanted to do. And typically what you would do with that is, oh, why can't I do this? Why can't I do this? Oh, I should be able to do this. Oh, I'm just making excuses. Blah, 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 blah. No, self-compassion is about, okay, I didn't get this done. What was it that prevented me from getting this done? And you ask yourself that, oh, well, I'm tired today. Like, I don't feel all that great, blah, 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 blah. It's like finding out it's about support. It's about finding out where it is exactly that you lacked support to be able to do something. You get mad at yourself and you ain't had breakfast. You didn't get no good sleep last night. Like, you don't get mad. Like, you don't go plant a seed and then get mad because it didn't grow when it hasn't been watered. It hadn't been in the sunlight. Like, that's crazy talk. Like, you haven't even been taking care of your basic needs and you trying to get down on yourself about why you're not doing this, that, and the third. Baby, you're hungry. You're tired. You need some milk. Don't drink milk. You need some water. I mean, unless that works for you. But like, you need to take care of yourself. You need some support. You need to learn that what you're doing works for someone else, but it doesn't work for you. And you need to learn that you don't need to feel guilty for that type of stuff not working for you, and that you are completely and entirely unique individual. Like, how boring would the world be if all of us were exactly the same? Oh my goodness. Your presence alone is like, you ain't gotta say nothing. Because, like, just imagine that you go to the mall and there's no one there and you're just walking around by yourself. Okay, for some of y'all, that would probably be like absolute gold. But like, for how long? And I mean in the sense that you don't even have to talk. You don't have to say anything. Like, just going out and like just seeing other people existing around you. It's a nice feeling. You don't have to talk to them. They're just existing. Your presence is valuable. Okay? As far as like waking up and stuff all up in the middle of the night, I'm now learning that is a result of being stressed to crap out and it affecting your thyroid and things like that, because like your thyroid is a huge thing and stress is a huge thing. Stress is like the number one silent killer of all people, because it just causes all types of hormonal fluctuations and stuff in your body. It creates chaos in the order of your body, and it prevents your body from doing the things that it needs to do to maintain homeostasis and peace, balance, and harmony. And then you get sick and it manifests as disease and all these things. It's not that there's anything inherently wrong with you. It's stress, okay? Even if you... I'm about to go on a tangent. But anyway, so I have been having to switch out caffeine for herbal teas. I still have some caffeine. I limit it like every other day or so. But on days like where I'm feeling anxious, no, let's not do caffeine. That would not be wise, right? Listening to my body and be like, we need to go for some chamomile right now because, or if my heart rate is elevated, listening to my body and being like, okay, it feels weird to sit here when my heart rate is at 130 beats a minute, because that did happen to me like the other day. So it's like, it feels like I'm walking, but I'm not, and that feels really uncomfortable. So instead of sitting here like just trying to breathe through it, I'm having a weird physical experience. So I'm going to go deal with that physically. So I'm going to go for a walk, and we're going to get my heart rate up to we're going to do something that we're going to give my body a reason to be at 130 beats per minute. And that usually helps. Like, immediately. Like, I've been going to bed earlier, or at least trying to, even though I haven't been sleeping all that well, but just trying to be in the bed at 12 at least, because I put my kids to bed at 10. I want some time to myself, right? So like, just trying to get a little 2 hours to myself, trying to get 9 to 10 hours of sleep, because just imagine you've had 2 kids and you haven't taken the proper time to rest and replenish those lost minerals and things in your body, and like, you're just existing in life and not fueling yourself properly. I'm tired. I'm in recovery at this point, and I'm going to treat myself as such, and I'm going to stop trying to act otherwise. Right now, I need TLC, and that's what I'm going to do. I hope you understood that. And if not, let me know. I like talking sometimes, so I'll be happy to make a video about it. If you need some elaboration. Alrighty, so my message to you is slow the crap down. Like, slow all the way down. Anything that you do not have to do, don't do it. And if it's something that you do have to do, ask yourself what it is that you can do to support yourself in doing that. Not making yourself feel bad, not trying to shame yourself into do it, but like, what is it that you need? Do you need a nap? Do you need some water? Do you need to go for a walk? Do you need to color? Do you need to do something that makes you feel good in a healthy way before you do this thing? And do that. And don't feel bad about doing that, about needing that. There's nothing wrong with you. There's something wrong with the system that we have created, because we've created this system without considering our nature as what we are, mind, body, and spirit. And we've forgotten that we created the system in the first place. Tangent. But yeah, slow down, go for some walks. Ask yourself what it is that feels good to you, not what it is you think you should be doing, but what actually feels good to you. Something healthy. Like, don't just be sitting up like, yes, like, I understand. Eating feels good to me, but I was using it as a coping mechanism. So I don't mean things like that. I mean like healthy things. Okay. Go get your labs and stuff run. If that's what you need to do, go to the dentist. Take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. Actually love yourself. A lot of the times we think we love ourselves and we actually don't, because love is an action, like taking care of yourself. And that way it's about doing things you like. A lot of people think they love themselves because they go and they get their nails and their hair done, blah, 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 blah. But love is also like your internal dialogue and like paying attention to yourself. If you pay attention to your internal dialogue and then you take it and you pretend that it's another person saying to you, that's a real good indicator of like whether or not you're like being kind to yourself. Because we really do be beating up on ourselves the most. But then if somebody else was to say to you the same thing you be saying to yourself, you'd be ready to fight. You'd be ready to fight. Okay, I'm going on and on and on. Be kind to yourself. Take it easy. Bye.